afternoon. My name is Marilyn Shannon, and today I'm delighted to welcome Joy Askew. Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. Hi, Joy.
Hey, Marilyn.
Joy has an intriguing story, and we've been talking for quite some time, and we're delighted to have the opportunity to share this story with you. So I'm just going to turn it over to her and let her tell her story. Joy?
Thank you. Thank you. The reason I'm here is because I have a message that is very much in my heart that I want to share with the world, and that message is that bipolar disorder does not have to be a sentence. It doesn't have to mean disability. It doesn't need to mean despair and heartache, and it is something that you can not only deal with, but you can conquer. My story began way back when I was in my early teens, and I started having depression symptoms. Over the years, it escalated, and I began exhibiting all of the behaviors and symptoms of bipolar disorder, although it was not diagnosed as such until I was in my late 30s. And at that point, I had a total breakdown and was hospitalized for several weeks trying to get this under control. And at that time, I also was told that I needed to be on disability for the rest of my life. I needed to be on multiple medications for the rest of my life. And that basically my life was going to be ruled by this. And I didn't know any better than to listen to the authorities, the doctors. And so I began a life basically as a medicated zombie that was secretly, and maybe not so secretly, absolutely miserable. And this continued on, and my marriage dissolved, and my friendships were lost. My children suffered from my inability to live a good life. The reason that I want to share my story with you and with as many people as possible is because I have beat bipolar disorder. I have had people question whether or not I actually was, because they don't believe that it can be beat. But I had all of the classic symptoms from the age of 13 up, and with each episode that I would have, being untreated and undiagnosed, it would get worse. And I displayed all the classic behavior, the pits of depression and the heights of mania, and with everything that goes with those. And what I have found is that bipolar disorder, at least in my case, was more of a spiritual disorder or dis-ease than it was a chemical disorder. And I truly believe that when you get to the cause of many, many people that are diagnosed with a mental illness, if you get to the real cause, the real root of what's going on, that you would find that somehow, somewhere along the line, these people have become disconnected from their spiritual source and their spiritual power. And when that happens, you do end up with chemical imbalances, which can cause bipolar disorder and depression and many, many other mental illnesses. And I took to heart very strongly Carl Jung's opinion that in his time, he felt that 65% of all mental disorders were spiritual disease.